Hi everyone. In this video, we'll explain factoring polynomials. So we explained what do we mean by polynomials, how we can add them, subtract them, and multiply them. Now we need to factor polynomial. Okay, to factor each polynomial, let's start with the first one. 2x squared minus 4. To factor the polynomial, always I need to write them as a simple form I can. Then I need to take the sharing common factor, or we can call them by the GCF between the the two terms that I have. In this polynomial, I have two terms, 2x squared and 4. So 2x squared, actually, if I need to write it, it represents what? It's 2 times x times x. And 4, if I need to multiply it as a factor or as a prime factorization, it's equal to what? It's equal to 2 times 2. So 2x squared equal 2 times x, and 4 is equal to 2 times 2. So here I can see that's 2, it's in the first term, and 2 is the second term. So 2 is between first and the second. So I can take it here as a common factor between these two terms. So 2x squared minus 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. So 2x squared minus 2 and 2 times 2. What is the common factor between them? The common factor between them is what? Is 2. So I can take 2 outside. I can take 2 here out, then open my bracket to have what? X squared minus 2. So 2 x squared 2x squared minus 4. We said 2x squared is equal to what? Is equal to 2 times x. And 4 is equal to what? 4 is equal to 2 times 2. So direct here, I can take the common factor between the constant here, between the coefficient 2 and 4, which is 2 is out. If I take here, when I take 2 out, what I have left over? X squared minus, I take 2. What I have left here? I have 2. Why? Because when I redistribute 2 again over this binomial, so 2 times x squared is equal to what? Is equal to 2x squared. And 2 times 2 is equal to what? Is equal to 4. So what did we do here? I write here, so here we wrote each term as or in a factored form or in a prime factorization form. Then I took the common factor out, then I wrote what I have left inside the parentheses. Let's try with this one. Negative 14x minus 12x squared. First of all, I have a negative here and I have a negative here. So I can take the negative 1 out as a common factor at the beginning. So what do we have left? 4x squared and 12x squared, 14x plus 12x squared. Now I need to write 14x as a prime factorization. 14 is what? 14 as a prime factorization is equal to 2 times 7. And x is equal to x. So 14x is equal 2 times 7 times x. Now 12x squared. 12x squared. So let's start with the 12. 12 is equal to what? 12 actually is equal, I can write it as 2 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 6. Then 6, I can multiply it by what? 6, it's 2 times 3. So 12 actually here, we can say that 12 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3. So it's 2 times 2 times 3. So 12 equal 2 times 2 times 3. And x squared is equal to what? Is x times x. So what I have now sharing between the first term and the second term and the prime factorization. So 2, I have 2 on the first one, and I have 2 also where down. And I have x, and I have x. So here, as a result, I can take 2x as a common factor between 14x and 12x squared, and already I took the negative outside. So if I take the negative 2x here out of the parentheses, what I can, or what I have left over. So after I took 2 out and x out, I have left here, I have 7 left over. And after I took 2 and x, I have 2 times the 3 and x. So I have 6x is left from the second term. So actually here, if I took negative 2x outside, I have left here 7 and 6x. Let's try to redistribute. Negative 2x times 7 is equal to what? Is equal to negative 14x. And negative 2x times 6x is equal to what? Is equal to negative 12x squared. So here I'm back to the original what? To the original polynomials. So always remember, when I need to factor at the beginning one polynomial, so the first step, I need to stop and ask myself, do I have any common factor between the terms? Do I have any common factor between the constants? Do I have any common factors between the variables? If yes, so I have to take them out, then multiply what I have left inside the parentheses. Let's take another example. Okay, factor each polynomial. So let's start. 5b and 9b cubic. 5b so 5b is equal to what? Is equal to 5 times b. 5, it's only 5. It's 1 times 5. It's a prime number. 9b cubic is equal to what? And 9 is equal 3 times 3. b cubic equal to b times b times b. So what is the common factor now between 5b and 9b cubic? I have only the common factor, only it's 1b. So I can take direct here, 1b is out, because it's the only common factor I have. So when I take b out from the first term, I have left 5, then plus. I took 1b out, then what do we have here? 3 times 3, 9, and b times b, b squared. So let's try. If I redistribute b, I will go back here to the same one or not. So b times 5 is equal to 5b, and b times 9b squared is equal to what? To 9b cubic. Let's do the same for this one. 9d squared. 9d squared. 9 is equal to what? 9 is equal to 3 times 3. And d squared is equal to what? Is equal to d times d. Okay. Now 8 squared. So 8 actually here, this what? Is 8 squared. So 8 squared, I can write it as, actually it's 8 times 8. So now 8, I need to write 8 as a prime factorization. So 8, it's what? It's 2 times 2 times 2. And the other 8 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. So now, between the first term and the second term, do I have any common factor here? No, I don't have any common factor between 9d squared minus 8 squared. So can I take anything out as a common factor? Of course not. So what we can say, this is already, it's in a simplest form, cannot be factored more. So it's the simplest form for this polynomial. I can't factor more. Okay. Now, let's read this one. It's 5 times x plus 2 plus 3x times x plus 2. So here, the first one is what? It's 5 times x plus 2. Let's write it on the side. 5 times x plus 2. Actually, is equal to what? It's equal to 5 times x plus 2. And the second one is 3x times x plus 2. It's equal to what? It's equal to 3 times x plus 2. So what is the common term between, or what is the common factor between these two terms? 5, I don't have any other 5. X, I don't have x. Okay, here, like this. 3, I don't have 3. But what is the factor here? What I have a common? I have this one. X plus 2, it's in the first one and it's in the second one. So can I take x plus 2 all as a common factor between them? Yes, I can. So direct here, I will take x plus 2 out as a common factor between the two polynomials, or between the two terms that we have. Then what we have left here, after I took x plus 2, I have left, I open the parentheses, here from the first one is 5. Then plus, I took this out, what I have left for the second one, it's 3x. Let's do the same for this one. Negative 2b times b squared plus 1 plus b squared plus 1. So here, what do we have as a common factor? I have b squared plus 1 and b squared plus 1. So I can take it out as a common factor? Yes, I can take it out as a common factor. After I take this and I take this, what I can have to write together here, negative 2b. Okay, now if I took b squared plus 1, what I have? I have nothing. Actually, I have 1. So always remember, when I take all the second part as a common factor, always I have to keep its place by adding or by put 1 instead this one. So here, what is a common factor? The common factor is b squared plus 1. So I took this out and I took this out. So here, I open, what do we have? Minus 2b plus. I took all of the second part out as a common factor, so I have to put 1. I have to add what? I have to add 1 to replace this one. So let's try to put it back. So b squared plus 1, all of this times negative 2b, I will have negative 2b times b squared plus 1. Then b squared plus 1 times 1, I will have b squared plus 1. So we go back to the original polynomial. Okay, let's do now here. 4s okay, so 4s times s plus 6 minus 5 times s plus 6. So I have s plus 6 and I have s plus 6. I need to take them out as what? As a common factor. So s plus 6 out as a common factor. So I took them already as a common factor. What I have here to write, I have left 4s from the first part. Then what do we have to the second part? It's what? It's minus 5. Okay. Now, let's see. I have 4z times z squared minus 7 plus 9 times 2z cubic plus 1. Do I have this here as a common factor? No. They are totally different. I can't take them out as a common factor. What about 4z and 9? Of course, they are also not the same. Let's write it as a prime factorization. So 4z times z squared minus 7. It's equal to what? 4, it's equal to 2 times what? Times z. Times z squared minus 7. The second one, 9 times 2z cubic plus 1. So it's equal to what? 9, let's fix the 9. So 9 here. 9 is equal to what? It's 3 times 2z cubic plus 1. Do I have any common factor between the constant or between the first part or the second part? No, I don't have any common factor between them. So actually this one also cannot be factored more. This is the simplest form already I can have. Okay. Let's now start with the simplifying. Here, this polynomial, how many terms that I have? I have 4 terms. I have here, so the first term is 6h to the power 4 minus 4h cubic plus 12h minus what? Minus 8. So I need to find a common factor. What a common factor I have between these 4 terms? Let's start one by one. 6h to the power 4. 6 is equal to what? Is equal to 2 times 3. 2 times 3 times h times h times h times h, 4 times. Then 4h to the power 3. This one, 4 is equal to 2 times h times h times h, 3 times. 12h now. 12, as we said before, I can say it's equal 4 times 3 or 6 times 2. So it's equal to what here? 12 is equal to 2 times 3 times h. Then the last one is 8. 8 is equal 2 times 2 times 2. So I need to take a common factor. Let's start with a constant. I have 2, 2, 2, and 2. Can I take now 3? No, because I don't have 3 here, or I don't have 3 here. So can I take another 2? Of course not, because I don't have another 2 in the first term. I have only here, it's only the 2 is sharing between all the terms. Okay, this is for the constant. What about h? I have here h, 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 but I don't have in the last one, on the last term h. So can I take h as a common factor between all of them? No, I can't take h as a common factor between all of them. So what is a common factor here, what we can realize? The common factor I can realize between all of these is what? It's only 2. So I can take 2 is out. Then what I have left here? I have 3h to the power 4. Then I took 2. I have here then the original sign is minus, then minus 2h cubic, then plus the sign, 2 times 3 is 6h. Then what I have left here, I have 2 times 2 plus, or the sign is, the original sign is minus, so it's what? It's minus 4. So what I did here, I factored this polynomial by taking a common factor out. So this one way of factoring the polynomial. So always remember, if I need to factor by taking a common factor, so I have to look at all the terms, then ask what is a common factor between all the terms and take it out. Can I factor this one by another way, by write it in another form, by using a binomial? Yes. So let's Let's understand this. Most of the time, when I have 4 terms and I need to factor this polynomial, usually we use the way of grouping. What do we mean by grouping? When I have 4 terms, so I will start by taking each 2 terms together. Let's write it. 6h to the power 4 minus 4h cubic plus 12h minus 8. So, I will start here. How many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did here I factored by taking a common factor. Now I need to factor by grouping way, by convert it to another form. So I will take first and the second together. Then I will take the third and the fourth together. Always remember to keep the plus sign between the first and the second parentheses. Now 6h to the power 4 minus 4h to the power 3. Do we have any common factor between them? 6 and 4. Yes, actually here 6 and 4, 2 out as a common factor. H to the power 4 and h to the power 3. How many h I can take out as a common factor? I can take 1, 2, 3. So h cubic is out. Open. Now 6, I took 2 out as a common factor. What do we have left? I have a 3. Because 2 times 3 is equal to what? Is equal to 6. H to the power 4. I took out h cubic. So how many h I have here? So we have only 1 h. Because h cubic times h is equal to what? To h to the power 4 minus 4. I already took 2 out, so I have left 2. Because 2 times 2 is equal to 4. H cubic, I took the h cubic out, so 2h cubic times 2 is equal to what? To 4h cubic. Then I will close this. Let's go to the second parenthesis now. 12h minus 8 is equal to what? Now 12 and 8. What is a common factor as a constant here between them? 12, I have 2, it's 2 times 3. 8 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. So what is the common factor between them? I can take now 2 times 2 and 2 times 2. Actually 4 out as a common factor. So I took the 4 out. Here I have h, here I don't have any h, so I can take it out as a common factor? Of course it's not. So what I have left here? 4 times what is equal to 12 is 4 times 3, then h is the same, minus 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So what I can realize here? Like I got here 2h cubic times 3h minus 2 plus 4 times 3h minus 2. So here I have 3h minus 2 and the 3h minus 2, it's the same. So I can take it as a previous examples out as a common factor. Yes, I can take this binomial now as a common factor. So I will take 3h minus 2 and the 3h minus 2 out. So 3h minus 2 is out. To have then, open the other parentheses, 2h cubic plus what? Plus 4. So this way, what I did, I factored by using grouping. So I converted from polynomial with the 4 terms to I factored to what? To binomial multiplied to each other. First, what we did, here I just only, we factored by using what? By taking the common factor between all the terms. But the second way, usually we use it when I have 4 terms and I need to factor this polynomial. Usually I use the way of grouping. By what? By taking each 2 terms together, then take the common factor between them, then convert it to what? To binomial multiplied with each other. Okay, let's try with the second one. Here. So, how many terms that we have here? I have 4 terms. So what do we have to do now? I need to take each 2 terms together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I will take the first and second together and third and fourth together. So open the parentheses. 6b cubic plus 8b squared. I close it. Always remember, I need to keep the addition sign between the two parts. Then open the second one. What do we have? 9b plus 12. Okay, 9b plus 12. Okay, so let's start taking the common factor between the constant. 6 and 8. So 6 and 8. 6 is what? 6 is equal 2 times 3. And 8 is equal to what? 2 times 2 times 2. So I can take 2 out as a common factor. Then b cubic and b squared. What I can take as a common factor? I can take out here as a common factor b to the power 2. Open the parentheses. 6, I took 2 out, so I have left 3 because 2 times 3 is equal to 6. b cubic, I took b squared, so I have b plus 2 times what is equal to 8 is equal to 4. b squared, I already took it all as a common factor, plus 9b plus 12. Now 9 and 12, what is a common factor between 9 and 12? Of course, it's 3. So I will take 3 out. b, here I don't have b. So only 3 is a common factor. So what I have left? 3 times what is equal to 9 is equal to 3. So 3 times 3 is equal to 9, b here. And the 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So now I have 3b plus 4. 3b plus 4, it's the same like 3b plus 4. So can I take them out as a common factor? Of course we can take them here as a common factor. So 3b plus 4 out as a common factor. So what do we have left here? I have left 2b squared plus what? Plus 3. So times 2b squared plus 3. Okay. So now here again we factored by using what? By using regrouping or by using a grouping. Okay, let's take more examples here and see how to simplify or how to factor this actually. 5y to the power 4 minus 15y cubic plus y squared minus 3y. So here I have 4 terms. So let's factor by taking each 2 together. Okay. So first one, 5y to the power 4 minus 15y cubic. Close it. Always I need to keep the addition sign. Then here y to the power 2 minus what? Minus the 3y. Let's start. 5 and 15. What is a common factor between 5 and 15? Of course it's 5. So 5 is out. Y to the power 4 and y to the power 3. I can take y cubic out as a common factor. Let's open the parentheses. 5 is out. Then y4, I took y cubic out. So how many y I can write now inside? It's only 1 y I have left inside. Then minus 15, I took 5. So 5 times what is equal to 15 is equal to 3. Then y cubic, I already took it out as a common factor. Plus here. Okay. Plus y squared minus 3y. Do I have any common factor between the constant? Actually not. So when I don't have any common factor between the constant, I can put 1 outside. Always put 1 if you don't have any common factor between the constant, okay? Then y squared and y. What we can take here as a common factor? The common factor is what? Is 1 times y, so it's 1y. So yeah, what do we have now? Y squared, I took y out, so I have y. Negative 3, I took only 1, so it's negative 3, and y, I took it outside. So actually now, I have y minus 3 and y minus 3. So they are what here? They are the same. So I can take y minus 3 and y minus 3 as what? As a common factor. So let's take it. Now, y minus 3 is a common factor. What do we have left here? I have 5y cubic. And here I have plus 1y or y. So times 5y cubic plus what? Plus y. Again, now, let's do this example. I have 4 terms. So we will start by taking each 2 terms together. So 2x cubic minus 12x squared. Then plus, I open the second. Then here I have 18 minus 3x. Okay, now 2 and 12. What is the common factor between 2 and 12? Of course, it's what? It's 2. X cubic and x squared. What is the common factor here? It's x squared. Open the parentheses. 2, I took it out as a common factor. X cubic, I took x squared, so I have left x. Then minus. 12, I took 2, so 2 times 6 is equal to what? Is equal to 12. Then x squared, I already took it out as a common factor, so I close it, plus. Now 18 and 3. What is the common factor between 18 and 3? It's a 3 outside. So 3 times what is equal to 18? Times 6. 3, I already took it out. I have minus x. Okay. Now I need to complete. But here I have small problem. That here I have x minus 6. Here I have 6 minus x. That's right, I have the same value for the term. This is x, this is x, this is 6, this is 6. But x is here is positive. X here is what? Is minus, is negative. 6 here is negative, and 6 here is what? Is positive. So to solve this problem, I need to convert these 2 brackets to the same terms with the same value, with the same signs exactly. So I will go to the second term. Instead of taking a 3, I will take a negative 3 outside. So I'm going to take a negative outside and flip the sign of the second bracket. So instead of taking 3, I will take negative 3. And now instead of 6, it will be what? It will be negative 6. Instead of minus 6x, it will be what? Plus x. So let's rewrite it again now. So it's 2x squared times x minus 6. Now I have what? 3 plus negative 3, or I can direct write it as minus 3. Here I have negative 6 plus x, or I can write it as x minus 6. X is the positive, 6 is the negative. So now I have the same bracket, x minus 6 and x minus 6. Can I take out as a common factor? Of course, I can take now x minus 6 and x minus 6 as what? As a common factor. So here, x minus 6 is the common factor. Open. What do we have here? I have 2x squared. And what do we have here? I have minus 3. So 2x squared minus 3. It's the final answer. Let's take more example here for this one. Okay, so again, I have 4 terms. I need to take 2 terms together and each 2 terms together and keep between them always the addition. So let's start. $15 x squared minus 10x cubic. Okay, sorry. Here, I'm gonna close this. Plus 10x cubic, sorry. Plus 8x minus 12. So let's start. 15 and 10. What is the common factor between 15 and 10? It's 5. So let's take 5 outside. Then x squared and x cubic. What is the common factor between them? It's x squared. So x squared is out. So 5 times what equal to 15? 5 times the 3. X squared is all out. Minus 5 times what is equal to 10 times 2. I have x cubic. I took x squared out. So x squared times x is equal to x cubic. Plus 8 and 12. What is the common factor? Of course, it's 4. Open. 4 times what is equal to 8x? It's times 2x minus 4 times what is equal to 12? 4 times 2, 3. Okay. Now I have a same problem like the previous example. I have a 3 and a 3, negative 2x, positive 2x. So how can I solve this problem? To convert the two parts to each other, I can take the negative outside from this one, or we can take the negative outside from this one. So let's take the negative from the second parenthesis. So here, instead of taking 4, what I will take again? I will take negative 4. So to take the negative outside, I will flip the sign for the second parenthesis. So this one will be negative, and this one is what? Is positive. So let's rewrite it now. So it's 5x squared times 3 minus 2x minus 4 times, let's write the positive first, 3 minus 2x. So now, I have the two parentheses the same? Yes. Can I take it by grouping as a common factor? Of course. So let's take this out as a common factor. So 3 minus 2x out as a common factor. Here we have 5x squared minus what now? Minus 4. Okay, so to factor any polynomial, I can take a common factor between all the terms to write it in a simple form that I have. If I have a common factor is already binomial, already in the parentheses, I can take it also out as a common factor. And if I have 4 terms, if I need to factor by taking a common factor between them, I can take the common factor and write the polynomial I have left over, or I can convert it for 2 binomials here, like this one, by using what? By using the grouping way. So practice on all questions and try to solve all of them. Okay, good luck.